everybody. Welcome to the Finger Lakes Regional Airport. It is sunny and 30 degrees. Unfortunately, there are no owls here, or at least I didn't see any when I took a look. So we are going to move right along. Welcome, welcome everybody. Now, we didn't see a snowy owl here all of last year, or last winter, I should say. And so our luck last winter was not good. Prior winters, our luck was very good. But today, so far, nobody. So we're going to move on. Oh, I've got to do something. 1 second. Very sunny day, and that's going to be maybe potentially problematic, as you know. As I drove by Cayuga Lake and certain portions of it on my way here, I didn't see much activity. There was a raft of snow geese out there, well across the lake. Actually, two rafts, one larger than the other. And but I didn't see much else. I did see some Canada geese, but not much else. I didn't see, any areas where there were ducks gathered. Oh, I should say this, though. Near the southern end of the lake, there was a large grouping of ducks in the middle of the lake, and if I had to guess what they were, I would guess a lot of them at least, maybe most, or maybe all, for all I know, were redheads. And I wonder if the ducks, for instance, that we saw last Saturday on Cayuga Lake, if they have simply journeyed farther south. That is very possible. We saw them near the northern end, and I wonder if they just continued on, and now they're near the southern end. It was a good-sized grouping of ducks out there, but wasn't the largest grouping I've seen. I've seen at the southern end mixed flocks of ducks that have been enormous. Anyway, I hope you've all had a good week. Mine, I would say, has been, quiet from a bird watching standpoint. I have been lucky enough to see my neighboring hawks a bit, especially yesterday morning. Become colder over the last couple days. We're going to take a left here. I don't expect that there is an owl around, but sometimes there are other things here at the airport. If you're new, we're here because in prior years, prior winters, we've seen snowy owls here, and that's the main reason why we're here. potentially to see one. But as I mentioned earlier, last winter we did not see one here at all. The prior winter we had seen as many as 5 at one time. There are cornfields, surrounding the airport, and that draws the sort of prey upon which an owl might be interested or go after. But it's also true of hawks, and we've seen also on one occasion we saw a short-eared owl here. Just the one occasion. That's the only sighting I've ever had. These sunny conditions, if you're unfamiliar, I mean, they may seem great. Oh, look, you've got a beautiful sunny day, and maybe for most purposes, I would agree. But since we look over long distances very often, the sun generates what's called heat shimmer. It heats the ground and other objects, and as a result, they radiate heat. They warm the air around them, and it causes a shimmering effect, a distortion, and it makes it difficult to focus sharply. If I should say difficult, I say difficult, maybe even impossible. So that's my concern about the sunshine. But it is what it is, so we deal with it as best we can. Yesterday morning, first thing, maybe second thing, I look out and still getting, it's still a little bit dark, and the night had been cold, and a local northern mockingbird was at my bird feeder having breakfast. It just makes you feel good to see that. It was a cold night, and birds need to replenish their energy, through food, of course, and it's just good to see that it was able to come by and have hopefully a good meal. Starlings have been really getting after my feeder, though. They make a mess. I think they've found it a little bit earlier. prior years. There's precipitation coming this way over the next couple days, but today should be sunny and dry. And as you've probably noticed already, there's really no snow on the ground. Maybe a few areas where there are snow piles, just from shoveling and plowing, but I doubt we'll even see much of that, if any. If anyone is interested, last Saturday we saw, a lot of, see some crows to our left, a lot of swan activity, trumpeter swans, tundra swans, and so I decided to process some video and put it on YouTube. So those are separately posted videos if anyone wants to see them again. Catch a little bit of a glimpse of the lake from here. 1 second. Looks like at least some of it is free of ice. As I mentioned last week, the northern end, tends to freeze up, or if not solidly, at least with a coating of ice on top. And when that coating is there, very often the birds are not. They gather at the most northern ice-free area. Not always, but very often they will. A lot of Canada geese to our left in the college's parking lot, or actually lawns. I don't, could go and look at them all, and you might say, why? We've seen Canada geese before. Well, true. Not only to see the geese, though, there might be, you never know, there might be another goose species mixed in there with them. That does happen every once in a while. Was, I believe, quite cold overnight. I said earlier it's 30 degrees now, but it was in the single digits, I believe. At least that's what it was. When I checked this morning, I was looking at the weather and everything, and at one point I checked Ithaca's. I think they probably at the airport, but it was 8 degrees, I think. I don't know how cold it was overnight, but that's cold enough. red-tailed hawk at the top of the utility pole to our left. Just pass. Oh, I think I just saw a robin. I may be wrong about that, but it looked like it. So if you missed last week and you missed my mentioning it a number of times before, Wildlife Drive, closed at the end of the day, or was officially closed as of December 1st. So we're not even bothering to try to go there. But there are other areas that are worth visiting and passing, or at least passing through, and that's what we're here to do right now. I did, as I recall, have like one glimpse of the main pool that is surrounded by Wildlife Drive last week as we were driving around, and it, from what I could tell, it looked like it was at least that portion was covered with ice. And I couldn't see any bird activity from there. Oh, hold on a second. Do I see something? Oh, maybe not. No, I don't think so. Did see. Hold on, what's that? Is that something? I think it's a deer. Yeah, it's a deer. Okay, never mind. We did see a couple of red-tailed hawks in this stretch last week. Today. Said no snow on the ground. It certainly makes looking for white birds, such as the snowy owl, easier. I'm not saying there's going to be one around here, but Looks like a red-tailed hawk. Probably a young one. Okay, we're not gonna stop and look at it. I don't want to frighten it and make it expend energy, but sorry, that was through the windshield. Anyway. So, Maze Point, which is to our right, there's a pool, and it looks like it's covered with a layer of ice. I see no birds there at all. Not with the naked eye, anyway. Slow down here. Oh, I see some swans. Just a second. A couple swans, not a lot. We'll take a quick look at them. They're not, at least I believe they were swans. They're not, they were not close. Where are you? Just a quick look, 1 second. We'll try to take a look with the other camera. Oh, something else just flew in. Too small. It was a smaller bird. Some sort. 1 second. I think they're tundras. That's my guess anyway. I wish we didn't have the heat shimmer. There is a little bit at work preventing me from focusing sharply, and they aren't very close, obviously. We're going to move on. Beautiful. Now, a pickup truck that just passed us has pulled over. For whatever reason. I don't know if the driver is a bird watcher or not. I see a duck down there. And to my right, I don't see anything to my right. Well, I don't know if the ducks or geese. 1 second. with ducks, but there may be, I don't know. Alright, we're going to have to take a look.
Well, the one in the back, that's a common merganser. And those are mallards in the foreground. But that's a common merganser there, another duck. And that happened to be the one, it just dove, it's a male. And there are more mergansers there. Those are also males. Another male. Another male, male. Is there anything else present? That I don't know. Hold on 1 second here. Oh, that looks like is that a female? Yes. This is a female common merganser. Notice her rusty colored head, white chin, gray body. Now the males, we just caught a glimpse of it. You can the one you can see that sunshine. The light on it shows that it's not a black head, more a green, iridescent green head. Oh, hold on. Busy bridge here. Oh, there were one or two that were a little closer, but we may have a problem with these various rails being in the way and blocking our view. That one's a little more farther. There were, oh, here, a little closer maybe. Hold on. It's a female. Hey. None of them are very close to us, so we're only going to get so good a view, but they're obviously diving ducks. They dive after fish to go after them. Hold on. Okay, we're going to move on. And I'm going to leave everything in place. Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm going to leave everything in place while we go to the next spot. Hold on. Something just flew into view and I can't see it now. Let me see if I can back up. It seemed large, relatively light in color. Oh, I don't know if these are different swans. And I don't know, I might not be able to show them to you. Well, kind of. Snoozing. Okay, we're going to move on. But something large flew into view. At least I thought it was. Gotta let a car go by. some Canada geese down below. On the left, nothing on the right that I can see. So let's see what we can see from here. 1 second here. Quite a few Canada geese overall. Now the water is not all free of ice. And those are the closer ones. There's some on the banks, and then in the distance, there are more. And I've got that guide rail actually here in the way. Let me just show you in the way. But a number of Canada geese there. Now let me just look around. I do not see any eagles. Very often such an area will attract eagles, but I don't see any. We're gonna move on.
So to our right is a harvested cornfield, sort of thing that might draw the attention of some birds. And throughout this area there are a number of cornfields, some areas larger than others, but they tend to draw a lot of attention from Canada geese. If there's some water present, they might draw swans, snow geese, potentially sandhill cranes. Now some of these species that I just mentioned, well specifically the sandhill cranes, they'll be around, they might stay around for a bit, but a good snowfall might have them heading south, and that would be it for the season. Or at least it seems that way to me. But Canada geese, for instance, they'll stay around and they'll just, they might, if things get really bad, they might go further south. Same thing with like snow geese. They'll go as far as they have to. Now we went this way last week and we saw what I thought was just interesting to watch, the trumpeter swans and tundra swans last Saturday as they were feeding on corn that was, still on the corn stalks. Now, why that corn was remaining unharvested, I have no idea. It could have been deliberate, just to help the geese, or the geese and the swans, but I have no idea. Or it may have been that it was just, I find it hard to believe it was growing over something that could not be harvested for some reason because of the ground or something. And if that had been the case, they probably wouldn't have planted any corn there. So I don't think that was it. But who knows? It could have been something related to machinery. Well, the corn it's still there. A couple rows still there. Now, are there any swans is a different question. I don't see any Maybe some in the distance, maybe. Yeah. Okay. No. Oh, maybe. Maybe a few, but we're not going to see them well from here. I'll show you.
If they were... Oh, I hear trumpeters. They're over there. Yeah, we might get a look at them, but over here... I hear trumpeter swans, definitely. Over here, there's some swans there, but they're not in good view. So let's see if we can get a view of those over there. Is that something on the ground? No. You can see what water there is frozen, or at least most of it is frozen. There may be a little bit of ice-free water somewhere, but I don't know.
All right, let's go there and see if maybe we can have a view. Now again, we're going to have sunshine issues, I think, but we've heard trumpeter swans. I love their vocalizations. Then again, I love the vocalizations of the tundra swans also. Very different from each other. See if this is a good spot. 1 second. Well, this is not going to be a good spot, but I don't think we're going to do much better. So let's take a look.
Well, it could be worse. There's Canada goose there. And these sound like I said, trumpeter swans. I'm going to lighten it up. Maybe we can see a little better. I do see an eagle on the ground. We can look at it in a moment. And there are a few more, yeah, there are more swans here than I originally thought. I'm just looking at some of the trees here now. Do we have both trumpeter and tundra, maybe? I didn't like that sound. And then, hold on, the eagle is, okay, still over there, but I don't know. It seems to be doing something differently than it was a few moments ago. There it is. It's eating something. Let me look around with binoculars a bit. So definitely more challenging viewing conditions than we had last week. But in their own way, very nice. Okay, we're going to move on.
Many more swans last week as compared to this week, from what I could tell. Well, okay, we might have, there's another group, they look like they might be standing on ice, but they're better lit than the others that we just looked at. I don't know if I'll have a way to see them. Oh, maybe. Turn around here. Car comes by, I'm sure they won't like it, but over here, just look around here. I see a hawk of some sort in the air. I'm not sure what kind of hawk it is, though. All right, let's look at the swans from here, just to see. And there are some Canada geese with them by the looks of things.
Lost sight of that, the hawk that was in the air, whatever it was, probably red-tailed, but it might have been something else. This also seems to be, I think, a tundra. Or, I'm sorry, trumpeter. But maybe not. They sound like trumpeter. Car coming. I'm thinking those two are thinking about taking off or doing something. I say taking off, but they would have a hard time running on that ice, I think. We'll move on soon enough, but get a glove one second. Just a few more looks and then I think we'll move on. Just so you know, see that one there? That swan, see how its head is not nice, bright, and white? That's because it's stained, most likely by any mud or sediment it's gone through as it searched for food. So there's nothing wrong, it's just that the feathers became stained. They're beautiful. Are some of these tundras? I don't know. That one might be the one. That's a trumpeter there, but I wonder if that's a tundra. I think that's a tundra. It is a tundra. So I believe that's a tundra on the left and a trumpeter on the right. Okay, we're going to move on.
Couple cars to wait for. The lighting from here might be better on those swans, but the ones that were on the other side of the road. But I think we'll just move on. Come on. Let me just show you quickly while we're waiting for this other car. We looked at those earlier. So I'm still glad, we didn't see as many swans today as last Saturday, but I'm still glad we came down here. Right now, at this moment, I'm wearing my summer hat. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm doing it really just for the brim, just to protect my eyes from the sun, or to block the sun and keep it off my camera, just so I can see a little bit better. It was more than a year ago, I believe. It was wintertime, and we were together, and I can't remember what it was exactly we were trying to look at. It may have been eagles, and it may have been from Wildlife Drive itself. And I know it was on Wildlife Drive. We were looking, and I remember the sun being really problematic. It was right on me and on my camera, so it was very hard to see what we were trying to look at. And I remember thinking, I wish I had had my summer hat with me. So I don't even think about it now. Now they just, I bring them along. On a really mild winter day, sure, I might actually wear my summer hat while walking around, outside. But I bring them now. I just have them primarily for in-car use, just in case there are sunny conditions that require a hat. Oh, to our left, a number of Canada geese in a grassy field. There is like a pond of some sort to our left as well, and it looks like I don't know if it's completely covered with ice or not. Hold on. Up. Oh, is that a red-tailed hawk? I think so. I thought it might have. Oh, two hawks, I think. One there, and something else. That might not be a red-tailed hawk. No, it might be a crow. Okay, I'm going to let the red-tailed hawk go just because of where it is. We're going to keep going. Wait a second here. Let's look at that. Is that a crow or not? I don't know. Let me look at it again.
I think it might be a raven. Maybe. Maybe not, I don't know. But okay, let's let it go.
Whoever opened the window, close it, please. Thank you. I'm not saying that crows won't fly like that, but it looked like it was flying around, gliding. Would you call that soaring? I don't know. But it just made me wonder, so that's why we took another look. I think it probably was a crow, but it's possible it was something else. It's possible it was a raven. I'm not an expert. You never know when you're driving around like we are. You can see a bird anywhere. Could be on the ground, could be in a tree, could be flying high in the air. Sometimes you could be driving along and you won't necessarily see a bird itself, but you'll see its shadow flying, on the road ahead of you, just a short ways. And good chance that that bird, whatever it is, if it's probably a larger bird, if you're going to notice that shadow, and it might be relatively close to the ground. looks like probably a red-tailed hawk. Let's see if I can hold it a little bit. It might be a young red-tailed hawk, unless it's something else entirely. And as I've mentioned, I hesitate to stop right near, you know, a bird like this on a pole, just because I don't really want to frighten it away, have it feel like it needs to fly away and waste energy in the process. It looked like a it looked like a juvenile red-tailed hawk as I drove by and drove underneath it. Pretty pretty. Now it'll be interesting to see what, if anything, is in these fields. Now, the food is still available, but there's, you know, if everything is frozen over, there may not be a good water source. And at the moment, I'm not sure I see anything with the naked eye. We've been here in the spring, or late winter, early spring, with I think I see some sandhill cranes. With, you know, puddles that are free of ice or essentially free of ice, and as a result, between that and all the food that's available, we've seen a lot of bird activity. Now let me look just around quickly. 1 second. Oh, I see something. The viewing may not be great, but let's... Oh yeah, sandhill cranes. And let's see what we can see. I think, again, the viewing may not be great, but it might be worthwhile anyway, or at least worth the effort. 1 second. Okay, we'll probably have to move the car a few times to see it all, just because of the nature of things. You know, quickly. So those are sandhill cranes, and where are the others that were just in the air? They're there. And I think that's the extent. So not the very, very best viewing, but it's what we can do. So we'll take a look with the other camera in a moment. Hold on, I'm hearing more vocalizations. You can hear them a little bit. When the road is silent. And I think there may be more over here. This is through the windshield. We'll get to that. All right, let's switch cameras.
we won't spend too much time here looking at them just because the viewing is not great, but this may be the only place we see them today, for instance. Yeah, we have some heat shimmer at work. See how there's that like waviness in the air? You can definitely see it with the vegetation in the background. Prevents us from getting a good clear view. But very active feeding, obviously. I'm not sure if there are more back there. Maybe not. I don't think so. It's really too bad that we have this heat shimmer because that lighting is actually kind of nice. Here's some vocalizations again. I don't know if that means somebody's in the air or not. Alright, so let's move the car a bit. Okay. So, again, not great viewing just because of the conditions, really. So we're not going to stay here too much longer. One second. In fact, I think we'll move on. Some that are a little closer. Let's take a look at them. Again, sandhill cranes. and you can see that heat shimmer at work. There's no autofocus at work here, moving things around and trying to refocus. It's the heat shimmer caused by the sunshine. Okay, let's move on.
And to my left, I don't see anything obvious at the moment. Nothing in those fields that I can see. Like I said, sometimes these fields will draw a lot of activity. It depends on the conditions, the time of year, and everything. But very often, for instance, we'll see, if there's been some mild weather, and or it's starting to, if winter's starting to ease up a bit, and we're in late winter, and we might see in the fields, some puddles of water and everything in between those puddles and the food that remains. We may see a lot of waterfowl, swans and geese and ducks, and it can be it can mean that there's a lot of activity there. Not today so much, but it does happen. And it makes for very good bird watching. Frustrating in a way, because whenever there's too much to see, it's tough, and it's in a good way, but it's tough. Driving over this river. This is the Seneca River, by the way. We have on occasion seen good eagle activity. I'm not seeing anything today, but okay. I'm gonna head towards East Road, I think. Now, just like with Wildlife Drive, there's some areas that we're not going to be going and not visiting. And I'm thinking, for instance, of Van Dyne Spoor. A place that we visited a number of times over the warmer months. Haven't in a few weeks. It's been several weeks since we've been there. We could go there today if we wanted. Now, they don't do any winter maintenance on the road there where we like to look around. So that's one issue. But in all likelihood, there's probably not going to be that much activity there anyway. So just like with Wildlife Drive, and the fact that they don't, it's closed and we can't. What was that? Wait, did I already? Yeah, I may have already looked at that. It's a hawk. Red-tailed hawk, I think. Just like we can't. You know what? No. Should I go back to that hawk? One second. Can I see it from here? Maybe not. I just want to look at it. We can see it from here. One second. Not see it well, but I want to see if we... I just want to look at it. I'm not going to change cameras just yet. Let me just look and see if it's something we should have looked at while we were driving by. Maybe a peregrine falcon. I think it is. Still have some heat shimmer at work, but the view is a little bit better, I'd say, overall in quality terms. Where'd it go? Oh, there. Okay. Sorry about that. I may not have shown you everything I wanted to show you, but and I think I got things confused. But anyway, that what I thought was probably a red-tailed hawk on one of the utility poles was probably a peregrine falcon, and I hope I just gave you a better look at the sandhill cranes. Again, not a great look. There's too much heat shimmer, but maybe I didn't show you at all. Sorry. Got confused, and we still have a red-tailed hawk here that we passed earlier. We'll continue. What? Hold on a second. What's this nonsense? I don't know how I got on this listing. I get these political text messages sometimes. Even if I agree with them, I want nothing to do with these text messages. Looks like an American crow at the top of the tree that's coming up on our right. Now, I do expect the Knox Marcellus marsh to either be frozen or mostly frozen, so we'll see what if any activity there is down below. Don't expect to see much snow down there, just like we haven't seen any snow anywhere. Question is, will there be bird activity down there? That I don't know. From here, it looks like it's all covered with ice. Just taking a quick look. And this time of day, and it's sunny, so I mean, it's not like we're looking, if we're birds, we're not looking for places to roost. Not yet. I don't see anybody down there. Let me look with binoculars quickly. No. No, and no. Let me just show you very quickly. We're not going to stay. There's no point. So you can see it's really all covered with ice. So the water that would ordinarily draw birds is not there. Well, it's there, but it's frozen, or at least covered with ice. So we're going to move on. So like I said, it's not going to be a good place for ducks to swim or geese to swim or anything. So that's why there's nothing down there. Now you might wonder, okay, if that's the case, why even bother coming here during winter? And we've seen over the last few years that sometimes it's not even what's down there that is worth seeing, but what's that? But we might see. Are those sandhill cranes? They are. Okay, on the other side of the road, wrong window, just very quickly, they're not very close, so we'll look over here very quickly. There's some sandhill cranes there. And quite honestly, they'd be better off over there in the cornfield. But anyway. But sometimes we see things here right along the road, smaller birds that are definitely of interest. So we'll, it's definitely worth driving through here. Now, I have not actually myself seen anything like, well, I should take it back. I did, while I was at the airport looking around, I did see some smaller birds, but they were well away from the terminal, and they kept dropping out of sight just by the way the ground is. But I haven't seen a lot of smaller birds around. Last week we were lucky enough to see some snow buntings and horned larks, but I haven't seen anything like that today. There's a little bit of snow on the ground over there. Not enough to really cover the grass, but a little bit. Canada geese, a lot of them are a lot closer now. I should have stopped earlier. 1 second. Oh, hold on, what do I see? Well, we'll take a quick look at the Canada geese. I think, yeah. Just a quick look. Just that more of them are closer to us. There's still some on the banks, but yeah. I don't know what you're beeping your horn about. Swans are still there. Okay, let's move on, I think. Looks like a gull just flew over the road, I guess. .3 degrees outside, obviously still very sunny. Causes a little bit of difficulty for us. Saw a hog of some sort. We're going to continue up. I think we're going to pretty much follow the same plan we did last week. You know, we're up here, we're going through the area, seeing whatever we can see, and start making our way towards Ithaca. But I have a feeling, just because of where the birds are, I have a feeling we will not be driving all the way back to Ithaca together. As I mentioned earlier, I didn't see that much, I didn't see any real duck activity on Cayuga Lake in some of those various areas where we might have, might hope and expect to see them. See it. There could be a lot of swan activity there again on the lake. I don't know. The route I took to get to the airport had me missing a portion of the lake, so I haven't seen it all. And of course, that was a while ago anyway. So, and things do change throughout the day. It's my guess that some birds, like especially Canada geese, for instance, they might, or snow geese, they might find good fields in which to graze, and then eventually they might return to the lake to roost. So middle of the day might, although I did see snow geese in the lake earlier. So who knows how true all that whole... It's not a hard and fast rule, I should say. See something up ahead in the air, a large bird. Might be a turkey vulture, I don't know. No, it looks like an eagle. Some gulls up ahead too. Oh, come on. It's difficult to point upwards like this. It's right up above, and while we're waiting to hopefully have it come back into view, you can see there are gulls up there. I don't know if the eagle's going to come back into very good view, just given where it is. We're going to keep moving. Looks like a young eagle. Look at that. Oh, there's another one. I just can't show you from here. 1 second. Is there anything I can do? I don't know. Come on, Subaru. Well, the eagles seem to have moved enough to make it continued, make for continued difficulty in seeing them. Right, we're gonna move on. They're just soaring. One at a higher level than the other. So again, I'm not sure if we'll see much, if anything, here at the northern end of the lake. From here, at least, I don't see anything. And it looks like it might be here at this end coated with ice, so who knows. But we'll drive in here and we'll take a closer look, I think. Yes, this end. Things look like they're frozen up here. Maybe just a thin layer of ice. I don't think it's safe to walk on, for instance. But let me just give you a quick look. So we may have to drive a ways before we see open water and and birds to go along with it. I see some. Maybe some Canada geese on the ice here. Yeah, it looks like we'll keep going, but they're standing near the near land. And there might be some ducks along with them. Just a couple, 2 or 3. Hold on, quick look, quick look. Those are mallards there, and those look like they might be American black ducks. Well, at least one of them is a mallard. Yeah, the others might be American black ducks. I think so. Okay. Something out there, well out on the lake. They look like gulls to me. there's no doubt. Sometimes you see birds standing on the ice, and if the ice is smooth and clean, it can be beautiful as well. Quick look from here, very quickly. Just what I mean. We've got some, I think there are gulls out there. Maybe a black-backed gull or two. A little bit more activity, a little closer. There's like, I don't know. Just see if I can drive right here for a second. Are they gulls? What are they? It looks like mallards and American black ducks, and then more distantly, we should look a little bit more closely. I think there's some other stuff there too. I was going to say more distantly some mergansers also. Let's take a quick look. Look like mallards. I thought I saw something different though, somewhere. Could be wrong. And then out here were some... Oh, wait a minute. What do we have here? Is that a gull swimming with them? Yeah, I think so. Yes, it is. So common mergansers here with a gull hanging around, just in case any of them catch a fish, it may want to try to steal it. And oh, these are hooded mergansers here. And the gull. The hooded merganser is a smaller duck than the common merganser. But these are hooded mergansers. And that gull looks like it's probably a, I don't know, ring-billed maybe? Probably. Thought I saw another duck species with them though, the mallards here. But maybe I'm wrong. Let me look very quickly with binoculars. 1 second. No, maybe not. Okay. Okay, let's continue on. So still icy here. but there is some water. Obviously, it's opening up here now, and that's where we saw some of the ducks actually swimming. Just saw something. I'm not sure what it was. Just 3 ducks, 3 or 4. Oops. Let me see if I can get a look at them. Okay, more mallards. Now we're at the Cayuga State, or Cayuga Lake State Park area, and I have not seen any alerts regarding any red-headed woodpeckers. So either no one's looking, or it's not here, or who knows. As I mentioned, we had great luck last winter seeing them. Who knows if we'll have luck this year. Now, you know, there's also another concern. If someone decides, you know, red-headed woodpeckers are common in a given area, then, you know, maybe the alerts are eliminated just because it's not considered rare anymore. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it's conceivable. Let's just take a quick, I want to take a quick look at the binoculars. Just at a tree or two. And when I said quick, I meant quick. We're going to move on. That wasn't a thorough look. I really just looked at one tree only. But I'll keep my eyes, you know, looking out for any alerts that come along, eBird alerts, that is. Down below, I think we have some American black ducks. And mallards, but I'll keep moving. Not great light to see them. Some crows flying by. On water or ice or whatever. Looks like ice. Oh, farther out. Let's see if we can have a place to look. What do we have out there? Look like Canada geese well out there. We'll keep moving. So far, not nearly as much activity as we saw when we were... Oh, what's that? Are those coots? What are those? Hold on one second. Oh, you know what? What do we have there? They are coots. I've never seen such a concentration of coots before. Come on, Subaru, let's go. Go. Jeez. I've never seen such a dense concentration of coots before, or at least what appears very dense. 1 second, I'm trying to.
An eagle just flew overhead. These are American coots. They're not ducks. Let's see if we can do a little bit better in terms of joining them. Let me lighten it up. I think I hear a gadwall. I hear mallard. So again, I don't know if I've ever seen quite so many American coots in such a confined area. Just interesting to see. They don't really seem to be feeding. They're primarily, preening or just swimming, floating there. I'm gonna leave the camera here. Let me look around a bit. I thought I heard some other ducks. These are not other ducks, some ducks. And I'm hearing a gadwall, and I see the gadwalls. 1 second. Where are they? There they are. I hear tundra swans. There may be other gadwalls that I'm hearing. I'm not. Oh, yeah. So these are gadwalls, and that's another gadwall there. Back to the coots, and then we're going to move on. So still hearing the gadwalls. What else do we have? That may have been, I don't know who that was who just dove. Hooded mergansers. Wait a minute, that doesn't... Yeah. Okay. Alright, we're about to move on. Okay, let's
stop here. I want to look with binoculars out there. 1 second. Looks like mostly mallards and American black ducks. We saw those hooded mergansers. As I mentioned earlier today, as I was leaving Ithaca, heading this way, I did see a large, pretty large grouping of ducks at the southern end of Cayuga Lake. And it's my belief that they are probably some of the same ducks we saw last week here at the northern end, if I had to guess. Tell you, last week we saw a lot of swan activity here in this stretch, and I'm not seeing that today at all. At all. At all. At all. There might be one swan there. Is that a swan? And if it is a swan, why is it all by itself? Hope it's okay. I'm looking at it, but I don't see much. It might be trying to sleep. I hope it's okay. All right, we're going to drive a little ways together, but we may end up taking a break pretty soon, I think. But like I said, there were a lot of swans here last Saturday. Swans along with Canada geese, and I counted, by the way, 8 different duck species and American coots that were that were there. Oh, jeez. It's not a swan, it's a snow goose, and it's injured. Hold on. I don't think there's anything I can do for it, but it's tough. Always tough to see this sort of thing, I have to say. There are cars coming. I had a view of it. Where was that view? You know what? Let's turn around and see if I can have a look. If possible. I see it. Well, I'm going to show it to you. If you don't like it, please look away for the next few minutes. It's not bloody or anything, but it's injured, I'm almost positive. Hold on. It shows you that nothing should be taken for granted. This is the real world, and it's always sad to see such things. I wish I could help it. I have no way to do that. I'd have to get out there. Which I can't do. You know, that's not something I can walk on. That ice there. And oh boy. Look away. Like I said, I have no way that I can think of to help it. I'd have to somehow get out there, which I can't do. I mean, that ice won't support me, I'm sure. We have to leave. It's hold on a second. I want to have another look with my own eyes. I'm going to park the car. I'm going to get out. I'll be right back. I don't think there's anything I can do. I really don't. The problem is, I mean, I saw the suggestion you can call. Well, I don't think anyone's going to come out for a snow goose, quite honestly. You know, I've seen, while I'm waiting for a car to go by. I've seen shows years ago about, you know, migration and how snow geese, you know, some get injured, and that's true of migrating flocks. Unfortunately, of birds, and, you know, like for instance, they showed in that particular program the bald eagles taking advantage, and you know, it is what it is. I'll be right back. Probably at least 30 feet out there. And again, the ice is thin and clear enough I can easily see through it, even closer to land where it's very shallow. Again, it's not something I can just deal with myself, unfortunately. It's a shame. It's always difficult. Quite honestly, I see something else that I would. Well, hold on. Come on, wire. There happens to be an eagle out there. Quite honestly, the best thing. And the eagle's well out there, chasing after a duck or two. We're going to try switching cameras.
the ideal thing actually. Okay, the eagles are moving on.
Don't get me wrong, I would wear one, but we shouldn't have to. Ideally, quite honestly, it would be best if one of those eagles came back for the snow goose. And quite honestly, that's what I'm praying for, or just quick expiration if possible. Like I said, that is part of migration, and it does happen, unfortunately. It's always sad to see, and that's one reason why, for instance, I don't watch nature programming. Sometimes you see on nature programming sad events happening, and I really don't want to see them, so I avoid it. But I've said it many times. We're out here. We do see beautiful things, but every once in a while we do see something saddening, and I apologize for that. But it is part of reality. It makes you at times wish that, you could go without your eyes open, without seeing things, and without noticing things. So we'll likely just drive a little bit farther. We'll see. If there's a lot of activity, then we'll do our best to watch it. Who was that? Who's that? Is that a hawk? What is that? It's a hawk of some sort. Wait a second. What kind of hawk is the question? Hold on, let me look with binoculars. Oh, I don't know if I can see it. Probably red-tailed. Let's keep going. When I watched that program about, and I don't remember if it was migration in general or what, but I remember them, showing and speaking of snow geese, and their large migrations and everything, and some birds along the way become exhausted or injured in some fashion. And predators like bald eagles and others would take advantage of it. So I mean, it's an unfortunate thing. I mean, I wish everything out there could be a vegetarian, but it doesn't work that way. I think back, on a number of occasions over the years, we have visited Wildlife Drive, and you see, at times, especially maybe later in the mid to late summer, the water starts to dry up because it's been a dry summer. And, eventually you see a lot of dead fish around. And, you think that's too bad those fish had to die or whatever. Well, nothing's wasted. Eventually something consumes the dead fish. Whether it would be turkey vultures, eagles, anything else that would eat carrion. And, the same thing is holding true for that snow goose, I imagine. But, like I said, it's still sad to see, and I'm not going to say any more about it. Sun is right in my eyes. So I just my thinking is we'll proceed here in terms of looking for birds a little bit cautiously. Hold on. Are those decoys? I think they are. Decoys, mallard decoys. I think I did see them on my way up, and I thought they were decoys back then. There seem to be more decoys, in these areas that are, the lake is visible from. It seems like I see more decoys this year than in prior years. And I don't know if people are, I don't know what their purpose in putting them out there is. I don't believe you could just go hunting them here if you are a hunter. Maybe they're just hoping that they come by. I don't know. If I had one of these places, maybe I would hope that they would come by. In fact, no, I would hope that they would come by. Probably wouldn't put decoys out, but anyway. So as I said, we'll proceed cautiously, and I think we're likely to take a break soon because I'm seeing no activity, and I didn't see any on the way up. I haven't shown you, but now the lake is a little choppier, and I don't know what causes that. I mean, I don't know if it's the hills around the lake or if there's something else, maybe the depth of the water, but it seems like proceeding south a bit, it always smoother at the northern end, and then almost always it's choppier once you've reached a certain point. And I say that because it's important, because even if there are birds out there, it can be that much more difficult to see them. Especially if you're, driving. I think I might be seeing the rafts of snow geese. Yeah, I am out there. Let me show you as soon as I get a clearer line of sight. We won't see them well, not from here. Oh, hold on.
So you can see they're, like I said, they're way out there. And is there another one? Yes, a smaller one out there. Okay, let's move on. You know what? I think it's, well, we'll continue on a little bit farther together, and we'll see if maybe we can see something, maybe we won't, but there are other areas from this side of the lake that, you know, maybe if you climb up a bit, you kind of have a slightly better view, but they're far away, and just from here you can't get a good look at them. And, you know, over the last few years, when I've been, you know, doing this and being up in these areas during winter, I've seen that the snow geese tend to stay over there. So I'm guessing there's something about that area. Maybe it's a little shallower, or I don't know. Maybe there's something about it that has them preferring those areas. And maybe we'd be better off on the other side of the lake. But I prefer, I definitely prefer this side in terms of ordinary driving. And I don't know, from there, are there good viewing areas? That I don't know. There might be some, but I really couldn't say. A lot of Canada geese closer to this side by the looks of things. Yeah, Canada geese. You can kind of sort of see the snow geese a little better here. This is the, well, it looks like there are 3 rafts total right now, the way things are. Let's look very quickly. So quite a few snow geese out there. And those are comparable to what we've seen in the past. And on occasion, we've been lucky enough to be here when they've been closer to this side of the lake. And we've had some very nice experiences watching them.
And while we were looking at them just now with the window open, we heard Canada geese because there are some a little bit closer. We just saw them. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we will take a break now. And it's just about 3 o'clock. I think maybe by about 4, I would guess. Maybe a little earlier than that, 3:45. Somewhere around there, 3:45 to 4. I'm hoping to restart. But let's take a break now, and we'll start because I see no reason to continue. We're not going to have any good bird watching from here. Okay, let me just make sure you got the message. Okay, you did get the message. Okay, we'll see. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sapsucker Woods. It's, I didn't note the temperature. It's about 30 degrees. So it's cold, still sunny overall. And we're going to take a walk here. We did not come here last week for various reasons. Thought we'd take a look today. Now, the pond is more than likely still covered with ice, as it was apparently last week. And, that's good and bad. We probably won't see the waterfowl that we would maybe otherwise see. But I've got to... Hopefully you're back now. Hopefully we'll see something elsewhere. It doesn't have to be only water related. I did see some starlings on the way in, and that's all I've seen to this point. Be right with you. I might be hearing a black-capped chickadee, but I'm not sure. Yes, black-capped chickadee.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Hold on, what am I hearing? Okay, hope we're back. Hold on, it's always difficult when I'm away from the car to deal with this. But hopefully we won't have too many other problems. If we do, don't wait. Now my hands are all freezing. With this dumb wire, I swear I'm going to cut it. All right. And I thought I might have heard a northern flicker, but I'm not sure. It sounded like one. But then again, I was busy dealing with the electronics. All right, let's see if we can get underway here. The air does feel icy. Fortunately, it's not windy. I'm sure I'll be sniffling in a bit, so there, I've mentioned it for you. You don't have to mention it. I hear a woodpecker. I don't know if it's a hairy woodpecker or a downy. And I see a northern cardinal or two. And red squirrel. This is always difficult with gloves on. No. That took off, I think. There's a downy. So that's a downy woodpecker, and with that red patch on the back of its head, the nape. I guess it's a nape. Anyway, that's a male, and I think we saw a chickadee back there. Yeah, black-capped chickadee right there. And here's a cardinal, if I can get it. Northern cardinal. The mourning dove also on the ground there. Got some noisy people coming. And that is a white-throated sparrow. trying to give you a quick look at the mourning dove. M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G. It's not M-O-R-N-I-N-G, in case you were wondering. And we're going to, back up here. Was that a hairy woodpecker by any chance? I don't know. Here's the downy. We'll move on. Yes, let's move on. We've got only so much time. The pond does look like it's coated with ice. Maybe a thin layer, but it doesn't matter if it's thin or thick. It's thick enough. And you know, can't swim in it. Yeah, the trail feels, I mean, it's crunching under feet because, you know, some things were disturbed at one point and you know, pushed up, froze, and now as I step on them, they crunch downward. So, what am I, oh, hold on. And if you didn't know, that is a female cardinal there. And while you're looking there, I'm going to look around just a bit with binoculars. Where'd our cardinals go? There was another one. Where'd it go? Or where's the female, I should say? Is she still there? Oh no, she's not there. Okay, well anyway, that was a nice look for a very, very brief moment. And while you're looking here at nothing, I'm going to look around. Yeah, there's I don't happen to see any ice-free areas. You know, it's very thin, I'm sure, but I don't see any open areas where anybody could be swimming. So let's get to the trails.
Harder to
Hold on, I'm gonna just put you out here for a second. Well, just gonna have to come up with a solution to this problem I have one of these days, but not right now. So, like I said, you know, okay, sure, the pond is frozen over, or At least, not solidly, but solidly enough. And you might wonder, okay, well, what do you hope to see? Don't know. I don't know. Might see something here in the woods that's of interest. Might not. I don't know. But that's why we're here. Hear something. A little bit of road noise, and my hat covering my ears makes it hard to hear sometimes. Is it a robin I'm hearing? Maybe not. Whatever it is, I don't know where it is. It's not a robin, it's something else. Yes, I just don't know where it is. Might be a woodpecker, but I don't know. We don't have much time, so we're going to continue. Maybe I should have tried Merlin, now that I think about it. Ooh, it doesn't look it, but it's frozen. It's, it feels like, except for the very, very top part of it, nothing is disturbed as I walk over it. Solid. Maybe it would have been better to go to the campus. I don't know. Wouldn't mind seeing our hawks if possible. We were there last week, didn't see them. We may not see, in fact, I would not be surprised if we don't see any Canada geese coming in here tonight. Why would they? Now, they may not know, but they may, just either their instinct or whatever, they may decide to, look to roost in a larger body of water where there may be some an ice-free area. Or they could fly over, maybe, see that there is, and just in seeking a roosting spot and continue on because they'll realize that it's icy. Let's get back. Hold on a second. Okay, never mind. It almost sounds like I am crunching on snow as I walk, but it's just the mulch, and mixed with semi-frozen or frozen soil. Maybe a little bit of ice underneath the surface. Now it's late in the day, so I mean it might have been quiet here in the woods anyway, but it's definitely quiet now. Hold on. I have to say, I'm glad we came here. I mean, it was nice to see just the birds near the feeding garden. And I especially liked that view of the northern cardinal. Just maybe from an artistic standpoint, it was the best one I've had in a while, in terms of looks at a northern cardinal. There was no snow in the photo or in the image, but still may be nice this time of the year, holiday season. Very quiet here in the woods, no question about it. And this is usually a quieter portion of the woods anyway. But with so little activity at the pond, we're not hearing anything, from the pond or anything like that. And nothing going on here. Quite honestly, I was hoping maybe we would see, I don't know, an owl or something like that, or a hawk. But no such luck. Not yet, anyway. I think I heard something, probably I'm guessing it was a chickadee. Ow, ow, that hurt. You can see that, the vegetation that used to really block our view has settled down quite a bit. And we now can see out on the pond fairly well from here. Of course, there's nothing to see because now it's frozen over, but Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do something for you. Let's continue. Yeah, might not be anything worthwhile to see out here, but let's walk out anyway. You never know. I hear somebody vocalizing. Pretty in its own way, isn't it? Almost sounded like a blue jay for a second in the distance, but I'm not sure. Probably not. Hold on, I've got to make adjustments. 1 second. It's one thing I don't like about winter is it's harder to deal with some of this in terms of things staying where you want them. Oh, that's new. Right here is a looks like a solar panel and some kind of something, and I'm hearing nearby what sounds like a white-throated sparrow and something else. Oh no. Do I hear a catbird? Two of them, I think. There's one, it sounds like it's over there, and one over here. I have not seen either one, but it sounded like a catbird. If I'm correct, and they're catbirds, they would be considered rare given the time of year. Shouldn't be here. I kind of feel better that there were two rather than one. If they were catbirds, gray catbirds. Only in that they're, together, and maybe they're traveling together, or maybe, who knows. I don't know if they plan on wintering here. But catbirds, we usually see them in the spring through the warmer months, and then they leave in the autumn. So for one to be here now, there's maybe a little bit of liquid water. For them to be here now is unusual. Usually migrate away. It's been, I guess every year is unusual in its own way. But, think back months ago, back in the, let's say, late spring, early summer. For a while we were seeing a good osprey activity here, which was, unusual for here. You see ospreys every once in a while, but we were seeing one regularly for a few weeks. Water levels were really, I'd say, maintained pretty well through the entire spring and summer. Never had a problem with things really drying out. If you didn't know, there's an airport right across the road from here. And that's what we're hearing now, a plane. And sometimes the road noise from the highway can be pretty loud too. Well, I think what we'll do is, we have a little bit of light left. We could try to get to the campus and go right, no sense in going back to the water. Ooh, is this new? Or did I just not notice it before? This tree here doesn't look new. Maybe it's just the way vegetation has died away and now I'm seeing it again. Anyway, we'll head to the car. We have a little bit of time left. And I know we won't have much time by the time we get there, but I think we will head quickly to the campus, and if we have a little bit of luck, maybe we'll see somebody. Maybe not our most successful walk we've ever had here, but I enjoyed it. I think I'm hearing cardinals. Wait. I don't know. Hold on again. No. I don't know what they are. Hold on. Well, Merlin thinks white-throated sparrow and northern cardinal, and I'm guessing it was primarily the cardinals, but I don't know. All right, we're gonna keep going. Sorry to delay things, but let's keep going, and we'll go right to the car unless we see something amazing before we get there. Like I said, I realize we won't have much time to look around. We'll have to be extremely lucky to see anybody. That didn't sound good. But there's not much really to stay here for, so we might as well head that way. Don't you think? We'll need a minute or two to get back in the car. Sorry. Oh, come on. There you go. There you go. All right. Hands get so cold even with the heated gloves that it's hard to work sometimes. They're heated, but they only work so well. One second. Oh, it's still recording. You're kidding me. Come on. One second, everybody. There we go. All right. That should help. We'll see what the temperature reads in a moment. Bye, sapsucker. Thank you. 28. I'm guessing that'll drop a bit as we drive. Maybe not. I don't know. No. Come on.
Come on, everybody. Put your
Well, it's 27 degrees, so nothing really dropped in terms of the thermometer. And we're on the Cornell campus right now, if you didn't know. And it's very dark, so are we going to see anybody? If I had to guess, no. But we might. Never know. But as I had said while we were still at Sapsucker, I mean, there wasn't much point in staying there. I could have, but I don't think we would have seen anything. Now, today is the 14th of December. And I don't know if exams have actually begun here at Cornell or not. If they haven't, they will very shortly. Final exams for the first semester, that is. The fall semester. By the way, last week after closing up, I looked up at Bradfield Hall and there was a peregrine falcon there. Just so you know. I had not seen it before closing up for the day. Either it wasn't there or I just didn't notice it, but then looking up later, I saw somebody up there. And we're going to head there now, just to see. Now it's going to be, pretty dark, I imagine. The moon is full, and not far from it is something else in the sky, something bright. I'm not sure what it is. I'm guessing it's a planet. We may try to look. I don't know. Maybe not. There's a pickup truck right where I might want to be, so unfortunately. Okay, let me look with binoculars if I can. Maybe I'll see, maybe I won't. See anybody up there. It is dark, but I didn't really look at the other side of Bradfield very well. guy has a pickup truck. I don't know what he's doing. No hawk, but there's something else in the sky. I don't know what it is. It's very bright. Not near the moon, so this is something else. And I'm going to try to get it for you. Not easy in the car. 1 second. Especially with the wires. Come on, where are you? Can't find, there it is. Okay, I'm going to try to get it for you in a steady fashion. I suspect it's Venus, but I don't know. A lot of heat shimmer at work, but that's the best I can do. Okay. Oops, sorry. Hard to believe it's not even 5:15 yet. But it's Obviously quite dark. Still some light in the sky. I have no idea why the stadium lights are on. Perhaps they had a game on earlier and they're just leaving them on because they're tending to the field or whatever, I don't know. Looks like Jupiter.
Jupiter and 4 moons, and we're going to try to take a slightly better look. I need to make some adjustments here. Well, first of all, let's go back to the moon. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to try to find Jupiter again. Oh, hold on. Where are you? Hold on a second. I don't mind hearing that music again. Hold on, I'm trying to find Jupiter again, sorry. That might help, hold on. Oh, that's the moon again. There we go. Now I'm going to darken it. Maybe we'll see some of Jupiter's colors. Maybe. There we go. Hold on. Okay. So that was Jupiter, everybody. And I'm gonna look around for a second. Well, I'm looking around for a second. I'm gonna get you back on the moon, I think. I was hoping maybe Saturn might be up and visible, but I'm not sure if it is. I haven't noticed it, although it is more difficult to notice. Maybe it's time we closed up for the night, called it a day. Hope you've enjoyed the day. Saw some nice things here and there. Not as great a day as I would have hoped. A lot of that was because of the sunshine, but that's how it is. Nice to see the birds we saw. Always grateful for them. All right, everybody. I'm going to pack up and head home. I want to wish you all well. Hope you'll have a great week. Keep bundled up and warm. See some birds maybe if you can. And we will see you all next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.